The hospital just leave you by yourself. You get the diagnosis of there's epilepsy, and then we didn't know where else to turn. We had a nurse come over via Skype. She explained epilepsy a little bit more to us, put the computer on, and the nurse was right there in our lounge room telling us, helping us.
When you go in and see the doctor, you've only got a limited amount of time, and the doctor's trying to get the seizures under control. They don't necessarily have the time to be able to go through and explain these terms to you.
They're nurses. They constantly are there to support you via the phone, and they were able to provide me some expert advice, or if it was to do with alcohol, going out drinking or whatnot. You know, I generally was able to then to ask them what's appropriate, what shouldn't I be doing, what should I be doing.
You've been diagnosed with epilepsy and it affects your brain, and you're told that it's on left temporal lobe or right temporal lobe or frontal lobe or all of these different parts of the brain, and you don't know what the parts of the brain are, and that's where the nurses take a really good amount of time to be able to just explain to you what they are and what they mean, and they were brilliant.
Recently we have enrolled a student who has epilepsy, so we felt it was very important for our school, for the staff, to be made aware of the issues that surround a child who does have epilepsy, and we've undertaken some training.
Taking her to school every day and dropping her off, knowing that the teachers and the support staff at the school have had training through Epilepsy Action, makes me feel so much more confident and comfortable that she will be safe and she will be looked after at school.
I learnt how to recognise and in some cases prevent seizures from happening. It gave me the ability to look at the environment and look at the things that that can cause or trigger a seizure. I'm able to reassure the parents that I can recognise their child's seizures and I can also manage them. So I think it gives them a bit of confidence.
What's going to happen if I have a seizure at high school? What are those kids going to think about me? Am I going to fit in? I didn't want to be different on any regard, positive or negative. I wanted to just fit in and be the same as everyone else. There was that time when everyone was getting their driver's license, and you started to see everyone having their red Ps and rocking up to, to the high school, and there was no way I'm going to get a driver's license. Or when it came to alcohol and events and going out, if I was really to have alcohol while I was on medication for treatment of my epilepsy, this was going to be a risk for me. And on that Facebook page, my goodness, I had no idea how many people actually there were that one had families with epilepsy or individuals who had epilepsy. And it was that point when I realized with such a network,
I think as you get older, you need to keep tabs on where your epilepsy's at, because I know as I've got older, I have had to seriously look at my medication. They can just file me under, oh well, he's old. I need somebody to try and help me out, deal with this. I'm not stupid, I'm not old, I just have epilepsy. As I get closer to retirement, I want people to go, it's even more important now as he deals with every other emotion that he's going through in his life. If you go to Epilepsy Action Australia, they'll actually listen to you first, and they'll listen to the problems that you're having, and they'll address those. And it'll be clear, it'll be precise, and you'll walk out of there feeling a lot more confident that somebody's got your back.
Epilepsy Action Australia is the leading national provider of specialist services for people whose lives have been affected by epilepsy. We offer support, information and services for people with epilepsy and their families. We provide online and face-to-face training for schools, healthcare professionals, employers, aged care workers, anyone who would benefit from knowing how to support someone who has seizures or lives with epilepsy. We are committed to raising awareness in the community to reduce misconceptions about epilepsy. We are also at the forefront of partnering in research, funding and investigating new interventions and treatments. And we take seriously our responsibility to advocate at a government level for people living with epilepsy.
If your life has been touched by epilepsy, perhaps you have the condition yourself, or you're a family member or a friend, or you're a teacher, an employer, a healthcare professional, or just somebody who wants to know more about epilepsy, we can tailor our services and support to meet your needs. I encourage you to check out our website, epilepsy.org.au, or follow us on Facebook, or give us a call. Together we can ensure that people with epilepsy lead optimal lives.
Epilepsy Action Australia, providing life-changing support.